What's up, y'all? It's me, Tasha C. And in this particular episode, I will be reviewing Mary Mary's episode, I think, 6, season 3. I originally actually did this last night. Sorry, y'all. Y'all haven't seen me a couple days. I was coming down. Y'all might hear me. I'm a little bit hoarse. Of course, I'm letting y'all warn y'all. I'm going to be hearing maybe some coughs. Because of the weather changed of this winter, spring we got. I started noticing I was having whooping cough and not feeling too good, so I am doing way better. But I'm just saying that yeah. So I didn't honestly like the review because I wasn't as well as I am today, so was kind of like So anyways, y'all, the main two things that was really discussed about this episode was again about Tina in the aftermath about hearing about the information that Teddy decides to add. Okay, but is it just me, y'all? And I could be wrong, but I could have sworn that she was admitting that it was not only it was more than one affairs that occurred throughout the years. Unless it's been changed, or maybe I wasn't hearing correctly, or might have forgot. But now it's multiple affairs. They didn't show, how when Teddy showed the information. I didn't even want to see, what that response. Ooh, Lord. Nice would have been thrown. Oh, yeah, but I'm just saying that would not have been pretty. Okay. So, we have the scene where the 2 out of 3 babies of Erica and Warren are getting their christening. And as time flies, because I could have sworn Erica's second daughter, youngest child, Warren's youngest child, happened to be, I swear, which is in pacifier. Now she probably sitting there already in pull-ups and sitting there saying her first word, mama or dada. Okay. So, but anyways, Erica does not see Tina there. She expects Tina to be there, and she's like, I've been in your baby stuff and stuff like that, and she's not there. And again, Tina is within sheltering off herself. She's not picking up her cell phone when they try calling her and stuff like that. She's just in her zone, and it's not a good one. Basically she's in isolation with herself, with her situation. And I don't know if her and Teddy are still together, but you have to wonder I don't know how many episodes, haven't looked yet, if it's going to be unfortunate the whole thing throughout the episode. Now we already know that she wasn't getting over the affairs, even though she claimed she moved out for marriage. But we notice every opportunity, even if it technically had nothing to do with her, she always has brought up about these affairs. So she's not even over it, even though she keeps saying it. She's not over. And then we move on to, so to speak, with the Teddy situation with the affairs, those affairs, whatever. So on that note, it just means that she is definitely, if she didn't heal and still heal for forgiving, but she's not past that yet, she darn sure, I don't know how she's able to cope with these other affairs, even though it could explain at times why. I remember, I had to get a hold of my husband, so even though she said she had no clue, it could have been something she didn't. I don't know, y'all. I'm just saying. So Erica goes over there. Luckily, Tina was already outside and stuff, getting some kite out the bushes. And Erica, like I said, was basically letting her know, you know what, I'm mad at you. And Tina's like, you ain't about to be mad at me. And then she basically, Erica's like, why you didn't come to the Christian, because like I said, Tina's in that moment now, forget it, or another word that starts with F. And so she's just like, since she's going through this stuff, it turns out again that she tells Erica about finding out about more offenses and stuff like that. He been getting more cookies out of various cookie jars, Mrs. Fields cookie jars, Chips Ahoy cookie jars, and other cookie jars. Okay, just getting cookies from everywhere else. So just getting extra cookies. Okay, I'm not making fun of the situation, but I'm just saying she did mention cookie jars. But I think they called her publicist. And then, now she's even more frustrated about. She already feels bittersweet about the article. Her and Teddy were briefly talking about it when the Bahamas and hearing the other devastating news about their dad. Now you got this. Because now this is not my truth. She's already like, Erica said, I think she was referring to about that was, it's a chance that you take on by taking it out there. So now when she's saying just one or more affairs that we pretty much know about, it's multiple affairs. But I think somebody I heard, I think other YouTubers that also review the show, including my YouTube fam, that this came out right before the season started, or right when they're starting the show this season. That there's been countless affairs. And then one thing point out, like shout out to Ms.G, who also reviews this, was saying something like that may explain that why you never explain by what other nanny was fired. You gotta have to wonder, another family friend, that lady that started with the T, I forgot what her name is. You don't see her this episode at all. I'm just saying, it's just, and the excuse is because she always been at home. Now they've been, I don't know how long they've been married, at least 12 or 13 years, so y'all forgive me, y'all. I don't know all the information like that. But they both have careers that takes them, out of the household and stuff like that. And there's so many things to wonder about. If that was the thing here. It's like, was he always, is he always been doing that and that's just an excuse? I don't know. Man, whatever. And Teddy, I used to think was the cool one. Anyway, so, the publicist just saying, basically to calm down, bear with, to bear with, her and try to calm her down about the situation. And, again, Tina is broken and we're just adding more fuel to the fire. She would have seen Mitch. If she already been away, she been stabbing him with words. Lord knows how bad off would have been because of these circumstances. And like I said, it just gave, I guess, the excuse because she's going through more information with this to kind of like just say, forget about the christening of her niece and nephew, but okay. So what's another thing? I'm not going to go through everything today, y'all. Now they're getting ready to go to Chicago. They got a couple, I think, an interview. They're on a popular morning Chicago show and stuff like that. But before that, Tina also speaks to her mom, and the mom's trying to get, especially giving inspirational, speech about, getting yourself together, surviving the storm. I've been there and done that. I pray to God to help me and stuff like that. You don't let nothing stop you. Because Tina's gotten to the point where she doesn't even know. But see, she can play all she wants to, but unfortunately they own the contracts. Okay, they already had where they had to pay money for lawsuit because I think with Erica's pregnancy and she was in high risk in the last, I think, trimester, they had to sacrifice and cash out a lot of money because they were breaking the contract. So it's the same thing as, she played that, she can play on a wonder, and she'll be up just, feeding her money basically to a paper shredder, because that pretty much would have happened. And so the mom's giving her a speech, whatever. Then we see another scene that Erica and Warren are talking. And, Erica brings up about, Tina, because, at first, no, this is fast forward when they go on a trip to the hotel. Yeah, let's get to that, when they're in Chi-Town. And so Erica and Warren are in, I guess, I don't know, they're home or they're in a hotel or whatever. And she's telling Warren about, this thing about finding out that Tina has found out more affairs that Teddy has had. And Warren just like, oh, for real? Oh. And Erica just like, yeah, what do you mean? You don't seem too surprised. And I can understand now, even though Warren's getting on my nerves this season. He wasn't really that much last season. It was a little tidbit, but it just nerves this season. I agree with him. Okay. On the point is, I can understand why he not tell Eric. I understand that's his wife, but, he and, brother to brother, bro to bro, man code, bro code, whatever the case is. We already know that Erica, which is understandable, hearing something like that, would have told Tina that information, okay? And so, consider, which is true, is Teddy is the one who has to tell that information to Tina. I think in Warren, if it was a different, I don't know, like I said, I don't know his character, but he probably would have told, but it's one of those situations whereas, darn if you damn you do, damn you don't, because if he would have told Erica, he would have told Tina, and not to say hopefully it's no more other multiple affairs or some other people he's still doing it, I don't know, but it's just that combining is, if people, there could be a trust loss with him where, they feel, if they're that close, they band members at times and stuff like that, whatever, It's just that, but like I said, I can understand his view overall about why he didn't tell her, and it's up to them. But then I think Erica asked, like, you think their marriage can survive that? I guess maybe it's because it was multiple cookie jars have been tampered with. I mean, that, has been, he been in. And because I was wondering, like, well, y'all survived it, but maybe because it was maybe based on, maybe it was just one incident. But, they're like, well, you don't know anything's possible as long as you're alive. I mean, like I said, Warren's the truth is too. But it's just, I just feel like it still is a lot to burn, because just affairs, period, is one thing. Even cheating once is already bad enough, okay? And sometimes you walk even in sin, but let alone again. So, anyways, y'all. We got like I said, we got the next scene where they're going to Chicago, and I think it's before after Mitch meets them, of course, there, because they already had talked again, I think, the ladies, about they plan on firing him, but after this trip, I guess, I don't know, this is something he managed or whatever. But Mitch is getting calls from him and his sisters, got 20 voicemails asking him about what did he know about this affair. And the problem is that now Mitch, just like the publishers, has to manage things, could manage like their image to a certain extent. And then also too, they seem to be like they expected him to support Erica's solo career. That, they kind of view him at times, I don't know, as a businessman. I don't know what the heck they think of him as, okay? Besides, to a certain point, being more negative and bringing bad deals to them as opposed to good. So, anyways, y'all. Like I said, Mitch ends up finding out, and he goes, because, I think they do one interview. I mean, they were in the room, and they had the article, and they were talking about it previously. But then Mitch, of course, comes in the room where Erica is, and she says, he sits there with a copy of the magazine, and he's basically like, you know what? Why did I have to find out through the magazine? And here's Erica, okay, basically like, you know what, because, Tina didn't come, to something that they were supposed to be doing, or they haven't seen Tina around yet, and he's basically like, why did I have to find out through this? And Erica's just like, oh well, let me drink my coffee, tea, or whatever she had on, cappuccino. Oh well, and so what? And she's a fire with hell would draw how fire draws on whatever, but that's no excuses. And I'm thinking, like, considering not only is Mitch kind of like part of like doing damage control, but I had to wonder, like, why is she making it seem like it was supposed to be private? And Tina just announced it in an interview with, even though whether a lot of people still get the magazine, the access and the limited amount to information can be transferred just like this online, internet, Wi-Fi. So, we found out about it. I found out about it through the internet, and I think even through Jetros. I forgot what it was, but there's so many other outlets. So she feels comfortable enough to tell this information, but she couldn't tell Mitch about the circumstance. And Erica just trying to justify, like, okay, and whatever. But Mitch does understand, even though he's pissed off, he does say it does explain her behavior. But that's still something on the business level they have to talk about with when they get back home. Little does he know, they tied is over with, whatever they're going to say. So they suppose, I think, fire him next episode. But he says, well, y'all do look beautiful. Erica's looking at the magazines, and she begins to cry. And basically, like, yeah, but, it's just that she was upset about the whole old thing. But, like I said, Mitch was basically saying, but he's understanding, and he apologizes for them going through. Now, he didn't have to say it. He was like, but... I'm just kind of waiting for them to end this. I'm kind of wondering, once they fire Mitch, what's going to be the remaining storyline. Is Mitch going to still be shown occasionally for the rest of the season? You don't know. And what it's going to be, if they're going to find a manager that come back next season, is that going to be there trying to find a manager, maybe they're still together? I don't know. Questions. Sorry about the rant. So, but like I said, it's just like, she was just like, and whatever, type of thing. But y'all, I still love their music. I'll leave it as that. And so they go to an interview, and this dude here, I think Pastor John, whatever, his focus is on just talking. Even Mitch was kind of like, in the confessional, was like, why is this dude just sitting here just talking about all he's focusing on is this affair? What about the family? No, Erica did handle herself well because Mitch did, sit here, gave her a compliment about that, how she handled herself well, because she's like, we're all right, we're doing okay, blah, blah. But the man was just like, what is about her Tina and this thing with the magazine? It was just like, goodness, it's supposed to be about inspiration music. How is this inspiration to bring up somebody's dirt? I mean, someone's dirt or someone's, I don't, sorry, y'all. So, that was just the thing there. But the only thing, Eric was able to slide and talk about solo career, but it really wasn't focused. Like I said, he was trying to make the focus towards the scandal of this all. So they were supposed to, before she talks to Warren and says and realizes she's been in the room with her since 2:30 in her room trying to console or sit with her, because like I said, during the interview, we see Tina just crying, look like she's been crying her eyes out almost 24 hours straight. Now she's broken, she doesn't want this anymore and stuff like that. Erica tells Warren that she has to sit there and call the mom to come down there because she's just seeing that, Tina needs to push. So the mom comes down there, I think the next day, and she talks to Tina again to show her, like, don't let this break you, continue on, you gotta fight. Because, Tina just feel like this. Here I'm talking about giving somebody inspiration song, and here I'm sitting here going through hell my own self, basically. The mom gives inspiration, they go on the show. But I do like the show. It's like it's popular, like it's Chicago, like, early morning show. And this show, they said about this, the regiment about coming out and the stuff they came with an article. But it didn't focus on they didn't even bring up the word affair or Tina's specific situation. They just said they were strong for that. They performed the song, and, Erica was able to pull through. Tina was able to pull through, my bad. And then Erica performed her solo song. And that's how it kind of has ended. Excuse me, y'all. Like I said, y'all, I'm going to be kind of hoarse. And that's pretty much it, the episode, y'all. Y'all have a pleasant week, pleasant night, pleasant weekend. And I know I'm going to say y'all was comment. I know y'all, I'll be horrible with these comments, y'all. And I don't even have any comments yet. But yeah, y'all have a pleasant night, pleasant weekend. Blah, blah, blah. And I definitely see y'all next one when we see the firing. And then I think when Tina's going to ask Teddy to leave the house. But yeah. And by the way, there's one more thing left. Remember, Teddy tried to call, because Tina basically, get out my face. She tried it when they were still in Chi-Town. Erica talks to Teddy. And then, Teddy calls her. And, Erica's like, well, she's trying to hold the best she can. And I think she maybe should try to call Warren. So, Erica tells back Tina. And Tina's just like, he has no right of asking how I'm doing. He don't get the privilege and stuff like that. So, I just forgot to put that in. But, Teddy was trying to do the family members. Because, Erica confession's like, I love you, bro, but I don't like what you did to my sister. And that's all I got, y'all. Y'all take care.